Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the widespread rainfall, the heavy rainfall that we are able to see now in specifically in the western part of the country and also the central part of the country. So what is the reason behind it and what can be its impact? So when this year started during the summer times, that is the month of, you can say, April, May, June, it was the temperature reached to new heights. It crossed the 45, 47 or even 50-degree mark at some places. And that was when because of the rising temperature, people were feeling uncomfortable, and then there was heat wave issue which was also going on, and because of which there were summer holidays which got extended of students, and the heat stroke problem was also coming to the scenario. And then because of the rising temperature, heat waves and heat stroke, even the news of eye strokes started to come up. But now, as the July has started, during the last time of June or starting of the July, we are able to see that the rainfall have started to pick up, and now at this point of time we are able to see that the heavy rainfalls we can see. The scenario in Assam, we all know what happened, then in Uttarakhand, then in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala also we are able to see very heavy rainfall. In some places the flash floods alerts have also been issued by the Indian Meteorological Department, that is the IMD. So IMD is basically responsible for the weather forecast and also to give alerts with regard to how the future weather or how the future climate is supposed to behave. So this is what we will be seeing. So first of all, about the points of discussion, first we will be looking at the news, then first of all we will be looking at the news, and then what are the reason for the heavy rainfall, then what are the factors for it, what are the status of the rainfall, what is the forecast by the IMD, and in the end a prelims MCQ. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 1, that is Geography. So let's begin. The news talks about what is causing widespread rainfall across India. And when it says across India, so you can imagine that be it North India, South India, West India, East India or Central India, India is as of now is going through heavy rainfall. So for the first time this season, the southwest monsoon is active over a large geographical area of India. So the southwest monsoon has started, and it is the end of June which starts the pre-monsoon showers, and the July and August is when the showers come in a larger proportion. And at least 80% of the country reported widespread rainfall last week. So 80% of the country. So you can imagine that it is only few reasons. On these few reasons can be Jammu and Kashmir. These few reasons can be the higher stretches of the North India. And 80% of the country is going through heavy rainfall. So if anything is happening in the proportion of 80%, I would say anything happening in the proportion of more than 50% in itself is very high in numbers. But something which is happening in percentage of 80%, it means that almost complete country is covered. Then heavy to very heavy spells can be seen lashing the areas of Assam, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, coastal Maharashtra. We all knew the news of Mumbai that was surfacing, then Karnataka, Kerala and Lakshadweep. Assam, the situation of floods emerged, and people even lost lives, and there was heavy infrastructural damage which was observed. And Uttar Pradesh and even Delhi is now facing heavy rainfalls. Now what are the reasons that has been given for the heavy rainfall? So what are the factors responsible for the heavy rainfall? There are two main contributors to the enhanced rainfall. So majorly two main contributors have been talked about. First one being the continuous incoming of the moisture leading strong westerly winds from the Arabian Sea. Now see, this is the southern portion of southern mainland of India. This is Arabian Sea. This is Bay of Bengal. So westerly winds, if we talk about the direction, this is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. So westerly means the winds which are coming from the west side. It means this side. So India's southern portion, that is the southern mainland of India, if is like this, then the winds which are coming from the west side are known as westerlies, and on the western side is what the Arabian Sea is situated. And basically the westerlies emerge from the Mediterranean Sea. So they bring with themselves, because they pass on the seas and the oceans, so they are very, very heavily burdened with the moisture. So they bring moisture with themselves, and when they bring continuous moisture with themselves, it helps in the precipitation, and which leads to the precipitation. As this is already the time of the southwest monsoon, so the westerly winds which are very heavily loaded with the moisture, they help in the precipitation. So the continuous incoming of moisture led in strong westerly winds from the Arabian Sea. So this is the first point, that is the westerly winds. Second point being the position of the monsoon trough. Position of the monsoon trough. This is the second point. And what is a monsoon trough? It is a semi-permanent. So it is not permanent in nature. It is temporary in nature. Not throughout the year you will be able to see it. It is semi-permanent low pressure area. It is a low pressure area which is extending between Pakistan and the Bay of Bengal during the monsoon season. So low pressure area. We all know the process that if there would be a low pressure area, then the wind around it, which has the high pressure area, will move into it, and then the evaporation process will follow, and because of which it will move up, and then when it will move up, this continuous process will keep on following, and then the clouds formation will take place, and that will lead to heavy precipitation. So the monsoon trough is the second point. And then the monsoon trough also oscillates between the north and south within the season. Season means the monsoon season. So this monsoon trough keeps on moving to the north side and to the south side during the monsoon season. Then whenever it moves towards the south, as it has done in the present case, more rainfall can take place in central, eastern and peninsular India. So what has happened is, the monsoon trough during this period of time when the heavy rainfall is taking place has shifted to the southern side, and because it has shifted to the southern side, so more rainfall is taking place at the parts of central, eastern and peninsular India. So these are the two major reasons which has been given with regard to the heavy rainfall. First is the continuous incoming of moisture leading strongly westerly winds, and second is the monsoon trough. Now few of the other factors that are also given are, first, persistence of an offshore trough. Now what is an offshore trough? So it is a shallow trough of low pressure. So whenever we say a trough, it is of low pressure, because when the low pressure will be created, then only the winds from the higher pressure area will come to that low pressure area, and then only the movement of the wind or the movement or the direction of the wind starts to take place. So it is a trough of low pressure which develops along India's coast during the monsoon, and this is between Gujarat and Kerala for more than a week now. So if you can say this is the Gujarat area and this is the Kerala, so this low pressure trough is formed between the Gujarat and Kerala, and because of which the wind direction is also moving in this particular direction. Then apart from the offshore trough, the other reason being intermittent development of a wind shear zone. Then wind shear zone is also created, where the winds move with different velocities and directions, and they are moving along the latitude 20 degree north between central and peninsular India. So if this is the portion of central India, you can say Madhya Pradesh, then you can say the parts of Maharashtra also, parts of Chhattisgarh or parts of Jharkhand, and then this is the region of the peninsular India. So this is where the wind shear zone is created, and the winds are moving in a very different direction and different velocities. As we know that this part of Gujarat and Kerala, it has low pressure. So imagine if some other area has high pressure, so the temperature difference and the pressure difference will be created. Then other reason being development of a low pressure system over the west central Bay of Bengal. So it is basically about the creation of the low pressure zone, and when the low pressure zone is created, the movement of wind starts to take place, and the more formation of clouds also take place, because when the low pressure area gets created, air moves inside. When air moves inside, air starts to go up through evaporation, and when air goes up, it expands, and when it expands, the process of the condensation also takes place in the end, and then before the condensation, the cloud formation also takes place. And now the westerly winds are also coming, and they have heavy moisture, so they add on to the condensation, or in the end the very heavy precipitation takes place. And now when all these factors of wind shear zone, offshore trough, low pressure system, westerly winds are combined together, it is resulting in the heavy rainfall. Now what is the status of the rainfall? So the all India rainfall went from 242 mm to 305.8 mm on July 17th. So the all India rainfall has increased, and the country's rainfall stands at 97% of the normal for this time of the season. 97% of the normal. 17 states have either received normal or above normal rainfall this season, and this is also the point because of which the alerts have also been issued by the IMD with regard to very heavy rainfall and also with regard to flash floods, because if the precipitation will keep on taking place, then in the areas of Assam or coastal Maharashtra or Kerala, then the floods can also occur. Then since July 13, some heavy rainfall events have been recorded along the country's west coast, that is Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Goa. Now what has been the forecast by the IMD? So that is with regard to a red alert has been issued, and red alert means that action needs to be taken. So red alert for western states where very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall is likely to occur. Then a orange alert has also been issued. The meaning of the orange alert is be prepared. Be prepared that in future things can turn bad and very heavy rainfall can take place to central India. And then yellow alert has also been given, and yellow alert prevails ahead of thunder, lightning and heavy rainfall. So the alerts have been issued by the IMD, and IMD has also predicted that monsoon will be active and monsoon will be heavy in the coming few days, and the month of July will have heavy rainfall. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section, and it talks about the term orange. The term orange alert means to take action, be prepared, normal conditions or none of the above. We have discussed this in the video, so give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.